He will make my feet like the deer's feet, and he will make me walk on higher mountains. A highway shall be there.
Allah Akbar is turning things around. Allah Akbar is turning things around. Allah Akbar is turning things around for my good. Yeah, for my good. So told shaker, heaven and earth adore you, Lord. Your outstretched arm has given us victory. Miracles, signs, and wonders come from you. Testimonies just like that. What's not enough to tell of all you've done? Yeah.
Allah Akbar is turning things around.
Turning things around.
Allah Akbar is
Turning things around for my good. Yeah. Na 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 na.
mighty one from Nathaniel Bassi, Olowo Gbogboro, has turned things around. As you know, while you are on Reina Speaks, your life has already turned around. It's already, are you not becoming a better version of yourself? Have you not seen that last year and this year, since you started listening to Reina Speaks, Olowo Gbogboro has turned your life around? Welcome to Reina Speaks, everybody. And thank you for taking time off your busy schedules to always join us. As we air live on Facebook, on YouTube, on Palm TV in the UK, on Twitter. We're everywhere. But stay with us. We are about to teach you how to harness your strength so that you can become a better version of yourself. Remember that our main aim on Reina Speaks is to make sure that you are the best version of yourself. When the world sees you, they see the best version of you. And then you can also use that to glorify God as we go on. My name is Reina for Reina Speaks, and welcome to another Thursday at 8 p.m. where we learn to become the best version of ourselves. All right, so today we're talking about harnessing our strengths. What is the best part of you and how can we harness it for your benefit, for the benefit of others, and for the benefit of the world? Let's start. What is a strength? When we say strengths, what are we talking about? What is it that we want to even harness in the first place? Strengths are defined as character traits or skills that are considered positive. So character traits or skills that are considered positive, which means that they are character traits and skills that are negative. As far as we are positive, but we have negative, and we are not there yet, but just in passing. So character traits and skills that are considered positive. Strengths which include knowledge, ability, skill, talents. All these are strengths that can be harnessed for your benefit and for the benefit of others. Now, there's another definition I saw that really hit me. It says that strength is the capacity of an object or substance, or in this case, a person, to withstand great force or pressure. So when you have a positive trait, when you have a strength, great force or pressure should not be able to change that trait to a bad one. What am I trying to say? For example, you are somebody who has decided that one of your strengths is telling the truth all the time, and you're going to make sure that you do so. You cannot come back to us and tell us that, oh, because of the kind of situation I found myself in, I had to lie. It means that telling the truth is not your strength. So don't use it as when you are asked, what is your strength? Don't say truth, because it means that when pressure comes, you will let go of that strength and let it become a weakness. All right, so let's go straight ahead. What are some examples of strength you might mention? I know that it's one of the questions we normally get when we go for interviews. What are your strengths and what are your weaknesses? And some of the things we hear. What is your strength? Cooking. We have heard all kinds of things. Cooking, cleaning. Please, it is not a strength. It is a basic life skill. We are talking of things that make you stand out. That is a strength. Examples of strength are enthusiasm. You can be very enthusiastic wherever you are. There are people that are a driving force of when you bring something on board, okay, so let's do this. The kind of enthusiasm, the kind of energy they bring into the thing makes it move. So even when you don't feel like doing it, because of the kind of person that person is, it gives you enthusiasm, it picks you up, it revs you up, and you are able to move with it. So that can be the strength of somebody or of you. You are very enthusiastic about anything you set out to do. And so that's a positive strength. Another one is trustworthiness. We can trust you when we give you something. We know that you will see it to fruition. We know that you will see it to the end. We know that you will make sure it is kept like how it was given to you. There are some people we cannot trust with our books. If you give them your book, when it comes back, there will be a benkwine inside. There will be okra stew inside. They will be writing inside, oh, it's my child who wrote inside. We can't trust you with our books. But one of the positive traits or a strength a person can have is to be trustworthy. The other one is to be creative. And I think that is one of the strengths that people who do interior decoration, for example, have. They can take whatever you have in your room. You just come, you put one chair here, you put one coffee table here, you're like, curtains, put green, red, and it's just curtains, it's blocking air, just put it there. But when they enter that place, that same room with those same things you have, they can transform it into something powerful, so beautiful, that when you enter your room, you are shocked that your room could be that nice. That's a strength of somebody. The same thing goes for those who are artists. Those of us who don't like art, you see something, somebody has just put something on canvas like that, people are standing there and doing, oh wow, you are standing there and say, and all I can see is red paint and blue paint. In fact, it's this art. People are just throwing things on canvas, they are saying it's art. It's creativity. You have to have it to understand it. Those hairdressers are creative. Carpenters are creative. And what separates one carpenter from one and one hairdresser from another is called creativity. The imagination to create something different from what the norm is a strength. So don't let anybody tell you, oh, you like doing different things. When I say different, please don't go and say that when I speak. I didn't say something different and bad. Creativity, good one, that will bring something unique for the good of others is what I'm talking about. Another strength people have is discipline. There are some people that are so disciplined that you will not get them flouting any rules. Once you tell them that this is what needs to be done, they will do it consistently, continually, until you tell them not to. There are people who tell themselves that I want to do this, I want to lose weight, I want to read 100 books a year, and they stick to it. Nothing shifts them, nothing moves them. That is what we call discipline. They are disciplined to the core. It is a strength. It is not a weakness. Don't let anyone deceive you. It is a strength. Once you say that you are doing it, you do it and you carry it out to the end. You should be applauded. It is a strength that many people lack. If we all had discipline, I think the world would be working very well by now, you know. Another one is patience. A strength people can have, or you can have, is patience. The ability to wait it out and see how it turns out. Sometimes just a little patience is needed to see the end of the matter before you conclude on it. Sometimes you just need, for example, if you have a child and you are not patient, you may think that you are not getting the best out of the child. You may see somebody's child who worked at 10 months. Yours has not worked at 15 months and you're like, everybody's child is working at 10 months. Only you are here sitting, waiting till 15 months. I think also because I ran a school, it's easy for me to understand some of these things. We had a child who had not spoken at 3. Not one word. He had not blabbered. He had not done or mommy or daddy or whatever. And when he was taken to the hospital, his ear was fine, his throat was fine, everything was fine. He could hear us. If you give him an order, he would do it. You ask him to do something, but he was not talking. The first day he opened his mouth to talk, he made full sentences. He just started making full sentences. Mommy, I want tea. Mommy, I want water. I want that. He did not go through water, cap. He took his time. He patiently took his time, put all the words together, and started producing them. So you see, if you're a parent, and you go to church, you go to work, you go to parties, other people's children are talking, jumping around, and you're like, hey, so me, my son, at 3 years, not even one word. You could easily do something you're not supposed to. You could easily be given a wrong diagnosis. The person has speech problems, all this, he has autism. Before you know what's going on, they've given your child some sickness that does not exist. Patience is another strength that everybody, I think, should try and get. Not everything needs to be rushed through. Not everything needs to be decided immediately. What you see may not be what it is. So patience is a strength. Another one is being respectful or respectfulness. You see, I used to think that respectfulness is taught, but I realized that it may be taught, but do you want to learn? Sometimes when we talk to some people, the way they are talking is not respectful. The person is not being harsh. The person's tone is all right, but the way the sentences are being constructed is not respectful. Like I tell the young people that yeah and nah is very disrespectful. If you are talking to somebody, you are in a conversation with somebody, and every time the person asks you something, what comes is yeah. I mean, you don't know the yes word in your vocabulary. There's no yes, there's yeah. There's nah. It's wrong. It's wrong. And respectfulness is something that can be learned and can be passed on, but only by people who want to learn how to be respectful. There are some people that no matter your debility, your caliber, no matter your age, your color, whatever, they respect you. And that is a strength. Determination. Determination is another strength. There are people who are very determined to arrive at what they said they will do. Nothing shakes them. Nothing takes them off track. No matter how distracted they get, they still have a focus. And And like I said, remember we are talking about strengths, not weaknesses. So the determination is to a good end, to a good result. I said I will finish my master's by, and they are determined to make sure that no matter what it is they are going through, that one will not be affected. That is a positive trait, and it is a strength. Dedication. There are people who are dedicated to the things they do, and they make sure that they go all out, that whatever they've committed themselves to will be made well. They will dedicate themselves to it such that whatever they need to add or subtract, they will take it upon themselves to make sure it is done. That is a positive strength. Honesty. In this age these days, I don't know if honesty is even, is it even DI again? Honesty. Who did this? You know, there was a time I remember when we were in secondary school that when a teacher walks in and says, so who did this? We had one particular person we knew that as for this one, he would say it. How many of you relate with me? There are people in the classroom who we knew that as for this person, if they come and ask, they will talk. They will tell the truth. And we used to make it look like they are bad people for telling the truth. But it was actually a positive trait. Honesty is a positive trait. Anybody who is being honest, let's not shout at the person. Because you see, there will be a time when you need that honest person. You see, when something happens in your area, you will need that honest person to say, oh, this one was not there. If that person decides to keep quiet at that time, you could be in jail. You could be in trouble because an honest person decided to keep quiet. So honesty is a positive trait, is a strength. Versatility. There are a lot of young people today who are not versatile. They are not adaptable. I was just telling somebody this morning that, oh, we needed some artisans to build a wall around some place for us to go and live. And I said, if the wall is there, I can sit in the red earth. Because I've been there before where we were building a house, we're living on the red earth. But there are many young men and women today who want everything to be set for them before they proceed. You are not versatile. Your strength is not versatility. You should be able to adapt to any situation it is and still make the best out of it. That's how we know you are versatile. And the last one is loyalty. Loyalty. Do not let people lie to you that loyalty, Jimmy, excuse my French. That's what people are saying now. So if I'm loyal to you, does that mean I'm stupid? No. But you are loyal. That's it. You are not stupid, but you are loyal. There's no other word for it but loyal. Loyal is truthfulness. It's the same as being truthful. So if somebody is telling you you are being stupid for being truthful, then who is this person telling you that being truthful is not the right thing to do? When you hear, anytime you hear loyalty, your bones begin to, there's something wrong. It's a fundamental problem you need to solve. Loyalty is a strength. It is not a weakness. I think I was watching a film yesterday, Ben Twee, if that's the name, I don't know how to mention it. And he was working with a man, and the man's business had come down. And when the man's business came down, immediately his parents wanted him to leave that and go and find another job. And he said no. The man had been good to him, so he would not desert him when his business came down. And his father said, yes, I think it's good. And the father started siding with him. And the mother said, no, you are just a worker for him. So if the business has come down, just find another job to do. Eventually, staying with the man paid off. Even though the man lost everything, his loyalty was his green card to get another job that was better. The man actually came to tell that other man that this, if you get this worker, you have gotten everything you need. And that old employer actually gave his life. He was killed in place of this loyal guy. So loyalty is a strength. It is not a weakness. Like the disloyal people of the world today say, loyalty is a strength, not a weakness. All right, so how do I know what is my strength and what is my weakness? Sometimes it is not that we don't want to develop our strengths. It is that we don't know what our strengths are. So how do I know what is my strength and what is not my strength? The simplest way to know your strength is to know your temperament. You know, every temperament in the world has their strengths and their weaknesses. Melancholics have their strengths and weaknesses. Cholerics have their strengths and weaknesses. Phlegmatics have their strengths and weaknesses. And then sanguines have their strengths and weaknesses. Every one of them. So if you are confused, the best way, the simplest way, is to just go and look for, okay, what is my temperament? And as this is my temperament, what is my strength? You'll be surprised to even find out that there are strengths you didn't know you had. There are strengths you didn't know you had. Now, to further help you, when you've even looked at the temperaments and found out what your strengths are and how to, now you know the main things that are your strengths. For example, you know that a choleric has leadership. You know a melancholic has the ability to think through. You know the phlegmatic are very adaptable to any place. You know the sanguines are the life of the party. So you know that these are your strengths. These are also other questions you can ask yourself to buttress knowing what your strengths are. The first one is, what do I do with ease? What do I do with ease? What is easy for me to do? If we entered a place and we took 5 people to a place and you were among that 5 people and there was work to be done, there are all kinds of various kinds of work. What would be the first thing that would attract you for you to want to go and do? So let me give an example. We enter a construction site and we have bags of cement that are not arranged well. We have buckets that have paint, that the paint is finished but it's just been left there. We have chairs in the lobby. We have an office. Which of these jobs would you find easier to do without thinking about it, without not thinking that I need to be paid for this job? Which one? Because a strength is not something if you say that my strength is, mostly when people say my strength is my job, I'm a bit skeptical, except you are doing what you've always wanted to do for life. But if you are not doing what you've always wanted to do, your strength is not your job. You've always wanted to be a doctor, but things didn't go well, you're a teacher. Your strength is not your teaching. You're in the wrong place, darling. You're just saying something to represent something. That is not your strength. So your strength is what you do with ease. Ask myself, am I able to adapt with ease? Am I able to create things with ease? When I look at a picture, am I able to say, okay, this picture, if they had added just a little bit of blur at this side, if they had just added a little bit of red to this side, it will look fine. Then you see that we have not begged you, then you pick the picture, then you do it and say, but this picture, it would have looked nice like that. Creativity. Strengths are things that people do without thinking about how much will I get paid for it. In fact, most of our strengths are hobbies. Later in life, we discover that, so this thing I could have been collecting money for the thing, and I've been doing it free. Because you do it with ease. It doesn't take extra from you. You never get tired doing it. That's how you know that something is your strength. Another question is, what do I do with passion? Because sometimes you can do something with ease because you have been trained in it, but you are not doing it with passion. Is your heart in it? Is your mind in it? Do you think about it? Do you think to improve it? What is your drive when you see it? There are people who love looking after children. Immediately they see children, you see that they've gathered all of them. Sit down here. Have you eaten? You see that they are arranging people. Please, not all women like children. Don't miss the thing. I used to do a litmus test when I was I'm still a sophomore, but I mean some time ago. I would take young ladies around children and see how they behave. And then when a young man wants to marry, I said, this one is not ready. This one is ready. This one is not ready. Some people did not want children to even touch their dress. But that is not, in this internet age, but that is not proof enough to show that somebody doesn't like children. If you like ice cream, when you see ice cream, what is the first thing that comes into your head? Is it not to eat it? You want to eat it. It's not your own, but you are finding ways to become the person's friend to eat the ice cream. Isn't it? When you want something from your husband, your beloved, do you not know what you are supposed to do to get it? So these are some of the things we see, and we are able to tell this person can do this. Even when you come for a job interview, most institutions would want you to prove that what you said you want to do. They would give you a task that involves what they do to see if you can do it. So if you are not doing something with passion, you are not doing something with your whole heart, soul, and mind, it may be that you are doing it with ease because you have been taught how to do it, not because it is your strength. Another question is, what are the things that when I see someone not doing them right, I get upset over? There are things that when you see somebody is doing, the person is not doing it well, it agitates you. Like, hey, so this thing that this person has got and this person is not doing it well like that. If it were me, it would not be a simple thing. Sometimes you enter a place, somebody has cleaned the place, but you can still see little spots. When they give the place, you will shine the place with, oh, when we enter the place, we'll eat crab from the floor. So when you see people doing things that you feel that, oh, this one, we should add this, we should do that, that's also another way to know that something is your strength. Another question is, do I admire people with the same traits? Do you find yourself defending people with your traits? When people are trying to say, oh no, this thing should not have been done, like no, I mean, the way the person did it is fine. It's because it is also your strength. Birds of the same feathers, they flock together. So it's because it's your strength, you are also defending it. You are saying that, no, this is the best way that it could have been done. Or you admire them from a distance. I like the way this person speaks. I like the way this person carries themselves. I like the way this person handled this particular issue or did this particular thing. Because it's your strength. You identify with it, and so it makes it easier for you to admire that person. And then the last question you can ask is, do I enjoy doing it? We have many teachers in the world today who should not be teachers. Most of them, especially in Ghana, they'll say, I'm doing teaching until I get something better to do. So it means they are not enjoying it. And they may be doing it with ease, but it is not a strength. So do you enjoy doing it? If we woke you up suddenly and asked you to do it, would you still be able to do it with no qualms? Are you happy when you are doing it? Is your heart happy? Do you sing when you are doing it? Do you laugh when you are doing it? When somebody greets you when you are doing it, what is your response? You know, sometimes we can tell how happy you are about something when we greet you. You are doing something and we greet you, hey, good afternoon, good afternoon. You are upset with us. But when you're doing something you like, oh, hello, come over. Yeah, so I'm just doing a bit of gardening. It shows us that you are actually excited about what you're doing. So do you enjoy doing it? So these couple of questions coupled with your temperament can actually let you know whether it's a strength or it's not a strength. And then we'll go to, how do I harness my strengths? How will you harness your strength? How do you make the most of the things you have now realized are your strengths? You've realized you are a loyal person. You've realized you are patient. You've realized you are very creative. You are trustworthy. You are enthusiastic. How do you harness them for your benefit and for the benefit of the people around you? What do you do? The first thing you do is you pray about it. Because even though I've not said it yet, your strength can become a weakness. Patience is a strength until you are too patient over things that you should not be patient with. Then it can become a weakness. One of the things we are going to be talking about in our our newest show, The Issue, is how patient should be a woman or a man who is being abused by their partner. For how long, you know? I've had a friend whose girlfriend, at that time, this many years ago, stabbed him with a knife. Would you say that he should go back there and be patient? She will change. What would be your... I don't know if you're understanding what I'm saying now. So pray about it and tell God that, Lord, these are my strengths I have identified. You put these strengths in me, but I want to use them so that I can benefit from it and so that the people around me can benefit from it. So show me how to use it best, not just for me and those people as well, but also to glorify you. So the first thing you do about your strength is that you pray about it. The second is that you must do them repeatedly for them to become habits. Sometimes, you see, we are human. We are on and off. There are times when you don't feel like being strong. There are times when you just feel like, no, today the strength is okay. I've been loyal, let me do one small disloyalty to... You need balance. Have you seen? You can't be disloyal all the time. Let me be disloyal small and balance the thing out. No. Do it repeatedly until it becomes a habit. So much so that you just do it even without prompting. Repeat what is your strength. Ask people what are your strengths. People are so afraid of criticism that they do not ask. But Jesus asked his disciples, who do people say I am? Who do people say I am? From time to time, I ask my staff, so what do you think about me so far? Is there something you think I can improve or change? And some of those questions have been life transforming, because you see, we have something in a can, a proverb in a can that says, what it simply means is the one digging the path does not know that there's a crooked line behind them. So you must ask people, what are the things I do that you think I do well? What are the things you've seen me do that you were happy I was doing them, that motivated you to also do something? And by the answers you get, you can add to what you've already found out. You'll be surprised to know that if you get genuine people to give you answers, you will not be far from the truth as to what you have identified to be your strength. Use every opportunity you get to put them into practice. If your strength is creativity, every time there's an opportunity to show how creative you can be, please do so. Every time there's an opportunity to show how adaptable you are, do so. Every time, like you've gone for a church camp, everybody is complaining, but you have found an innovative way to exist at the camp with no problem. You are versatile. It makes, even when you are climbing up a ladder at work, it makes it easier, because they know that wherever they put you, you'll be able to flow. Number 5 is overcome any challenges that arise from any of the challenges you have. Overcome any challenges, from any of the strengths you have. Once you have a strength, there will be a challenge to keep moving on. So expect it, be ready for it, overcome it, and make your strength stronger. Then, research on how to be stronger in a particular trait and practice it. You may be creative, whatever field it is you are, but you will need to learn more. You will need to research on it more. You will need to know more about it to be able to do it perfectly, to be able to make it a strength that you have harnessed for your benefit and for the benefit of the people around you. So no matter how creative you are, no matter how patient you are, no matter how trustworthy, how loyal you are, there's always something more you can do to make it better. So research on it and then do so. And then use your strengths for good. Any strength you have, use it to do good things. Don't use it to lord over people. Don't use it to bully people. Don't use it to boast and to flaunt yourself. Use whatever strength you have to do good. So you are disciplined. Use it to make sure that every work you do for whoever you are doing is done well, done consistently, and done perfectly. You are honest. Make sure that you are using it to further people's lives and to make them better with your honesty. Some honesty is just an intentional way to bring people down. No, let your honesty bring people up and get them to the... So you know that this person's hairstyle, this particular hairstyle is not good. Me, I'm an honest person. So this is your hairstyle. So did you look in the mirror today before you came? That's not honesty. That's cruelty. You can be honest to the person without being cruel. You can say that this hairstyle, have you tried it on the left and not on the right? Let me take a picture of you. Put it on the right and let me take a picture of you. Take a picture of the person and show the person. You see, it accentuates your cheekbone. It makes your eyes look brighter. This is better on you. See, you've been honest, but you have not been cruel about it. So use your strengths for good. And as you use them for good, they will build, they will become better, and you would have harnessed the strongest part of you, and you would have become a better version of yourself. All right, so that's all we have for you for Rainer Speaks today. We are so glad you joined us. Remember, don't forget to share, to like, to comment. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, join our Facebook page. Don't forget to always invite people to our Facebook page. Remember, we are trying to get to 20,000. We are now at 1.2K. We'll get there, don't worry, we'll get there. Don't forget to also leave your comments in the comment section. All your questions, we'll come back to answer them. Thank you so much for joining us. We are happy that you always take time off your busy schedules to come and watch Rainer Speaks. And get ready for the next big thing on Rainer Speaks, which is The Issue, starting in May on Wednesdays from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Yes, it's that late so that the children can sleep. Can have time to say what you want to say and ask questions that you want to ask. That will also be streaming on the same places: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, wherever it is. Please don't forget to join us. And don't forget to tell us what kind of topics you would want us to treat with the issue. My name is Reina for Reina Speaks. God bless you and thank you for joining us. Olowo Gbogboro
He's turning
has
things
turned your life around. Don't forget that. Bye. Have a lovely weekend.
Gbogboro is turning things around. Olowo Gbogboro is turning things around for my good. Yeah, for my good.
Bye.
The tears in my heart keep holding me back. The tears in my eyes fall to the ground. I look at the road, it's so far ahead, and all I want to do is turn back and run. But he says, yes, he says, Jesus says, walk on, don't look back. He says, walk on, don't turn around. He says, walk on, take my hand and walk on, walk on, walk on, don't look back. He says, walk on, don't turn around. He says, walk on, take my hand and walk on, walk on.
The Lord is my strength. He will make my feet like the deer's feet, and he will make me walk on higher mountains. A highway shall be there, and it shall be called the way